Have you ever watched someone slowly vanish from everyone's life? No texts, no calls, no updates. One day they're there, and the next it's like they disappeared without a trace. Friends get confused. Family gets worried. Some people even take it personally. But here's the shocking part. Most of the time, they're not trying to push people away. They're trying to survive something nobody else can see. When life becomes overwhelming, people don't all react the same way. Some talk more, some ask for help, but others do something far stranger. They disappear. Not for hours, not for a day, sometimes for weeks, sometimes for months. And from the outside, it looks cold, maybe even selfish. But psychology reveals a completely different story hiding underneath. Because sometimes, silence isn't rejection. It's a survival response. Imagine your mind believing you're under attack, even when no physical threat exists. That's what overwhelming stress can feel like. When emotional pressure becomes too intense, the brain shifts into survival mode. And survival mode changes everything. The mind stops focusing on friendships, stops focusing on conversations, stops focusing on social connection. Its only mission becomes protection. So instead of reaching out, the person retreats inward, almost like an injured animal hiding in the dark until it feels safe again. They're not disappearing from people. They're disappearing from what their brain perceives as danger. Now, here's something many people never admit. Struggling can feel embarrassing, especially for people who always seem strong. They don't want others seeing them confused, lost, exhausted, broken. So instead of explaining what's happening, they go silent. Because silence feels safer than vulnerability. No questions, no judgment, no risk of someone seeing parts of themselves they're trying desperately to hide. And slowly, isolation begins to feel more comfortable than connection. Life becomes chaotic. Problems appear from every direction. Nothing feels predictable anymore. And when everything feels out of control, the mind searches for something it can control. That's where isolation enters the picture. No messages to answer, no expectations to meet, no emotional conversations to navigate. For a brief moment, the world becomes quieter, smaller, more manageable. But here's the dangerous part. What starts as temporary protection can slowly become a prison. This reason breaks more hearts than people realize. Many people carry a silent belief inside their minds. My problems will only make life harder for everyone else. So instead of asking for support, they suffer alone. Instead of reaching out, they pull away. Not because they don't care, because they care too much. They don't want to feel needy, weak, dependent. So they convince themselves they're protecting others while secretly carrying the weight alone. And this might be the most misunderstood reason of all. People assume replying to a message takes seconds. And physically, it does. But mentally, not always. When stress becomes overwhelming, even simple tasks can feel impossible. Opening a message, making a phone call, holding a conversation, all of it suddenly feels exhausting, like trying to run a marathon with an empty battery. So when someone disappears, it doesn't always mean they're ignoring you. Sometimes they're fighting battles that have drained every ounce of emotional energy they have left. So the next time someone vanishes during a difficult chapter of their life, remember this. You may be seeing distance, but they may be experiencing survival. You may see silence, but they may be carrying a storm inside their mind. Because sometimes the people who disappear aren't trying to leave others behind. They're simply trying to find enough strength to keep moving forward. And understanding that one truth can completely change the way you see human behavior forever.